Let's talk about this season finale. So we see Damon, and he walks back into the restaurant after Bonita pretty much waterboarded his ass with like a whole pitcher of water. She pretty much poured anything on Damon that she could find within sight. She was picking up the mustard, the ketchup. And here's the crazy part. He comes inside all pissed off at Goddess because Goddess didn't do anything. But I noticed while they're filming this scene, there was a guy sitting at the table right behind them. With the way Bonita was throwing shit and pouring shit all over Damon, I thought they had them like in a private back room or separate section of the restaurant. I didn't realize they had people full on sitting right next to them while this was all going down. Just imagine just sitting there eating your dinner and you look over and all this is going down. Damon was all mad at Goddess for not sticking up for him, and Goddess was like, well, I had no idea that you were engaged. And he's trying to act all confused. He's like, engaged? He's like, why would you tell her we're engaged? And Bonita was like, don't freaking play with me. And he was trying to downplay, like, the relationship they had, like, just acting like a strictly platonic, like, just a co-parenting relationship, and that they just talked only about their children while he was in prison. And she's like, no, you're sending me all these sexy videos, talking about all this sexy stuff, talking about our future together. And she had all the receipts to show Goddess. And but Damon is now regretting his decision to bring these two women together. At first, he wanted to get them together as soon as possible, and now he can't wait to get them the hell away from each other because he knows things aren't going as planned, and now they're just spilling the beans to each other, and he knows it's probably going to be damn near impossible in the future to do this again. Bonita was dragging the hell out of this man. She was eating his ass up, and he was just sitting there taking it, and Goddess was just sitting there sipping her drink. You could tell she was trying to make herself as small and as invisible as possible to Bonita because she didn't want that heat to be directed to her next. She was trying to make sure Damon only got all this smoke. And after Bonita was done, Goddess started chewing his ass out, and they both were yelling at him for a hot minute, like at the same time, and it was hard to understand what anybody was saying for a good like few minutes. That's one thing I can't stand is when people get to arguing and they're just screaming all over each other and you can't even understand nothing. It's like, what's the point if you can't understand anything? And Goddess was like, I don't know what you thought this was, that you were just gonna show up and me and Bonita were gonna be some dumb bitches and just agree to this. And Bonita's like, yeah, like I'm way too good looking for this. You've been playing me, and you can tell neither one of them are for it. And Bonita and Goddess, we finally got to see them do a confessional together. And Goddess, like somebody said when Goddess first came on the scene on the show, somebody was in one of the Love After Lockup Facebook groups claiming they knew Goddess and they were local to her, and like, oh yeah, Goddess likes the kitty cat, she likes women, so she probably is down to do something with Bonita. And that's the vibe they were given when they're around each other. Even Goddess said that Bonita was constantly like IFing her, like just looking her up and down, like undressing her with her eyes, like all seductively. And Goddess is all for it. You can tell she gets a little excited when Bonita's looking her up and down. And she said she'd be willing to have a poly relationship, but she said it would be her poly relationship, like on her terms. Like she's gonna go out and find the guy. Like it would be her and her boyfriend, and like it would be her and Damon or whoever she's with, and she's gonna go out and find the girl. But it definitely seems like she'd be game to do it with Bonita. And the way that Damon and Goddess and Bonita were riding around and on TikTok all hanging all over each other, I'm sure they've done it for sure. But Bonita seemed really into Goddess too. Like she kept kissing on her in front of Damon, and Damon was getting a little upset. He's like, what the hell are you guys doing? But you could tell low-key he was into it. He's like, this is what I want. Like he was wanting to grab him and take him home. But I think more than anything, I think the girls are into each other, but I think more than anything, they just kind of wanted to rub it in Damon's face, like, hey, this is the closest you're gonna get to a poly relationship. And Damon was freaking out because Bonita said she was about to take Goddess home, and the way Goddess was acting, she was down for it. And that would be the funniest plot twist ever if like Bonita took Goddess home, they hooked up, and then they got together, and then they come back for the next season of Life After Lockup and they're together. That would be crazy. But I ain't gonna lie. I felt like all the kissing, and because they kept kissing all over each other, I felt like the producers pushed that because it was just happening way too much. And then the confessional, I bet the producers were probably like, kiss again, and it looked like they're about to kiss again, but instead they kind of did like a little air kiss. But I don't know. Like, they keep acting like they didn't know each other before this show, and I still just have a hard time believing that because, I mean, we saw Bonita get upset, but the way Goddess acted, like, there's no way. Like, I understand maybe you've been through a lot at this point and you just learned how to handle your emotions better, but I just feel like if you really found out in real time, that's the first time you're finding out about Bonita, I just feel like you would be more heated, even if you don't get to the point where you're like cussing him out, ready to fight. You think you would still be able to like see through her emotions. She was just still way too calm for me in her confessionals and in the moment when she found out about everything. Even if she's not a yeller, usually when someone finds out some news like that, you can hear the pain in their voice. But she's got back with Damon, and Bonita and Damon have a co-parenting relationship, and I just uploaded a video before this of Bonita where she did a story time, and she tried to claim that Damon went to her and told her that this was a show for modeling, and she signed up under the impression this was a modeling show, and she didn't find out till she was already signed up and was signing the contract that was for Love After Lockup. So she decided to go back and look at some of the old couples, and she's like, damn, all these couples except a few couples have been total jokes. Like, people make fun of them, they broke up, one of the people got screwed over and got cheated on. She's like, I'm not about to go on here and look like no clown. And she told Damon, you better not be setting me up. And he's like, oh, don't worry babe, there's no other girl, I'm not setting you up, I just want to tell people our love story. But no, he got her on here and freaking had a whole nother girl and knew from the jump. And she told him straight up, like, you're not about to play me on a show with another girl. Then he probably should have likely knew that she was not going to be down for the poly relationship to begin with. And then she revealed on a TikTok, I don't know if there's a TikTok or TikTok Live, I saw a clip on TikTok, where she said she has her own show coming. And I really hope it's through WeTV and not like one of those, you know, networks that like Zaria and Deontay and Felicia are doing. Like, I'm still gonna watch their little shows that they do, but I just feel like if she is gonna do her own show, I hope it's by like a big budget network with a good backing behind it, so we can get like a good production, like Love After Lockup style. But she said the show's going to be like more focused around her though. So that's what had me confused, because Love After Lockup is like focused on couples and their love stories. So when she says focused on her, I'm like, man, it sounds like it really could be like one of those networks, like that Making Money network that had Deontay and Felicia, and who else did they have? They had Shantae, and then they filmed with Zaria and Troy. So that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, maybe they got a hold of Bonita next. But that's it for this video, guys. So they will be coming back for the next season. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments below. And were you guys buying this storyline? Are you guys buying that they didn't know about each other to begin with? And let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.